Welcome to this day 4 of the Netball World Youth Cup from Gaborone in Botswana. We're about to start this second game, and it is Barbados up against Zimbabwe. And this is a Pool B game, and currently Zimbabwe sit in 3rd place in the table. They've played 3 games, won the 1, and Barbados currently in 4th place. They're yet to gain a win, but they've just played the 2 games. So this could make a difference should Barbados be successful in this encounter. And we're about to bring the teams onto court, and we'll bring you the starting 7s shortly. I'm joined in commentary. I'm Anita Navin, and I'm joined with Denise Egan, and we're both eagerly awaiting the start of this game as both teams arrive on the sidelines ready to make their entry onto court. So the lineup for Barbados: goal shooter Kearton, goal attack Thomas, wing attack Bob, centre Chase, wing defence Brown, goal defence Trotman, goalkeeper Seal. The captain for Barbados is Shaniqua Thomas, and the coach Sandra Bruce Small. A big welcome onto court to Barbados. And now for their opponents, Zimbabwe. Goal shooter Bwan Ali, goal attack Mukwadi, wing attack Kwaramba, centre Moladi, wing defence Nkubi, goal defence Kwaramba, and goalkeeper Makusha. The captain, Mukwadi. So, all teams on to court. Our head coach for Zimbabwe is Musaki. So umpires at the ready. Barbados start this game, this Pool B game, which could see Zimbabwe get their second victory, or it could see Barbados take the win and start climbing the Pool B table from their 4th position. And for anyone who watched the game yesterday, it was Barbados versus Australia, and the strength of the shooter Wharton for Barbados was picked out, but unfortunately she's not fit for this game, so Barbados working without her, and it may just prove a little shaky for them. Wharton, a real stalwart figure in the shooter role for the Caribbean side. So on the screen, here we go. So we've got Zimbabwe in possession. And Zimbabwe, our team, in green, and Barbados in the blue and gold. So Zimbabwe with the first goal. Good challenge there, but caught on the contact. That was Seal from Barbados. And great shooting from Bonali from Zimbabwe. It's a 2-goal lead. Oh, great intercept. That's Kwaramba. Credit to Kwaramba. Zimbabwe take the goal. So great few minutes for Zimbabwe. Barbados yet to respond, so their centre pass. Good change of direction by Shaniqua Thomas, the captain. There we see the Zimbabwe supporters in the crowd. They've picked up the tempo. And that's a good response. So Barbados managed to secure that first goal. So we're seeing the same African style, Denise, that lofted ball. They like to give that high ball to a shooter. And so far, from all the African sides, we've witnessed some real accurate shooting.
Yes, certainly a lot of the African sides do like the tall timber goal shooter who posts up so they can give that ball into them, and the goal attack works around the outside of the circle to great effect.
Good pressure. That was a clean challenge there from the goal defence, Trotman. So Uganda throw in. Characteristic step in. As we talked about, the defence, they've only got to keep their distance, 0.9 of a metre from the landing foot. So good challenge. Oh, great response from Barbados. So converted there from the work of Seal at the back. So better timing from Barbados through the mid-court. And good high position. Shame that didn't reach the hands of Curtin, the goal shooter. She'd got all the space in the world behind her towards the post. She propped up high. And we see a lot of the Zimbabwe players, particularly the goal attack, tend to play over the 2/3 of the court. So their goal attack really high, Denise.
Certainly, as you can see, so that's encouraging that long ball to go in. Both teams at the moment opting for a one-on-one defense against each other. Trying to force error or get a turnover. A little bit of misunderstanding there. So it's Barbados from the top of the circle. Can they thread this ball in?
So Barbados on a bit of a roll and a comeback in this initial 7 minutes of this game. And it's Zimbabwe 5, Barbados 3. So good pick up by the centre, Moladi from Zimbabwe. Good pressure from Brown. There's our umpires, our UAPs they call, the umpires that take care, the umpire mentors taking care of all of the umpires running the lines and reserving through this, the inaugural Netball World Youth Cup.
It's interesting to note Zimbabwe's style of defence. They're hard on the front on the one-on-one, and then they're quick to transition back to the second stage to stop the mover getting any more forward space.
So good positioning there from the shooter, Guanali from Zimbabwe, and hits the deck there, the wing attack, Kwaramba. So it's a contact call against Seal. So goal scored, Zimbabwe. And Barbados just struggling there to offload that ball at the centre pass with that defensive pressure from Zimbabwe. Good fake of the ball there and safely delivered into the hands of Mukwadi. And looking long, she could see the movement there of the goal shooter, Buonali, just ran out of space.
Quick early ball in, turning to post, and she seals it. So Buonali takes Zimbabwe into a 10-3 lead on the start of this day 4 match.
So Barbados struggling with this surge of pressure from Zimbabwe, and there's the pick-up again from Moladi. She tracks fellow opponent at centre, Chase, incredibly well, but retain possession. So Shaniqua Thomas, she's got a great mid to long range shot. She's a good strong player for the Barbados side. And another goal goes in. She's got the accuracy there, Shaniqua Thomas, the captain. Doing their best, Barbados, to keep themselves in this game as we approach the final 2.5 minutes of this, the first quarter. And good work using the mid-court just to support, to get closer to the post. So Shaniqua Thomas, the playmaker, the accurate shooter. Oh, good change of direction there from Curtin. And that's the work that's needed against this tight one-on-one defence, Denise.
Yes, it certainly is. Barbados are very used to a really tall goal shooter, so they have to make some more preliminary moves from a shooter that's a bit shorter in there, because they can't loft that ball in as they used to.
To the delight of the crowd, and as we said, each of the local schools, they've adopted a country through this Netball World Youth Cup campaign, and they'll be supporting that team throughout this competition. Oh, good pressure on the edge of the circle there, and that's a disruption, and Kubi coming out with possession. So Zimbabwe, can they secure another goal before the interval? Sure they will. And yes, they do. So Zimbabwe leading in this game 12 goals to 7. And there another one goes in. Some good accurate shooting from Zimbabwe.
Yes, the goal attack, Mugwadi, captain for Zimbabwe, scoring 9 out of 9 in this quarter.
So 100% accuracy. And umpire calls time, so that is the end of quarter one. Zimbabwe running out into a lead against the Caribbean side Barbados, and it is 14-7 scoreline. We'll be back in a few minutes' time. It's Zimbabwe 13, Barbados 7. Welcome back to the second quarter. It's the match Barbados versus Zimbabwe. And it's a Pool B match. Zimbabwe currently in the lead by 13 goals to Barbados 7. And there we see the supporters from Zimbabwe. They've been chanting, they've been enjoying this game. It's been a fabulous crowd each day of this, the Netball World Youth Cup, out here in Botswana. Good steal there from the Barbados wing defence, Brown. Oh, lovely shot, Curtin. Well-timed centre pass for Zimbabwe. And there we get the response, Bwanali. And good pressure being placed on the Barbados attack in the mid-court. So credit given. And Zimbabwe come out with possession. So just to give you the changes for Barbados in that first interval of this match. Knight moves to wing attack. Greenidge moves to goalkeeper. Brown moves to goal defence. And Bob enters the court at wing defence. And some versatility in the combinations and the squad from Barbados. Bob, she can play in the wing attack role in attack and equally take the wing defence position. So let's see if the changes for Barbados can make the difference and they can close down this margin of what is a 9-goal lead for Zimbabwe. Good aerial ball again, taken well by Mukwadi.
Extremely wide split landing, Anita. Very good flexibility.
So we see the Zimbabwe shooters using this incredible landing just to gain distance and work themselves to the post. So the split landing, as you talked about, it's a good landing skill to have. Can at times be dangerous for the contest.
We'd say that if you were a defender, because obviously when it's a split landing, it's quite easy to get your legs tangled a little bit. So it's good if it's done well and it goes outside the defender's foot, and obviously it gains the shooter closer range shot.
So good work again, Zimbabwe. And Zimbabwe extending the lead to 20 goals. Barbados, they've scored 9. the goalkeeper from Zimbabwe just hit the deck there, Makusha, but she's back up on her feet. Oh, good pressure, Barbados.
Quick reply.
Yes, fast to transition on defence. They probably realise they've got to get themselves back into this game at this point. Otherwise, Zimbabwe will just continue to extend the lead, particularly with the accuracy of the two shooters down at the other end. So Barbados on the attack. And Thomas just not able to find Kirtan. Good long ball to the centre, Maladi. Good pressure from Chase, the centre for Barbados, just restricting the movement of Maladi. And she is a key playmaker in that centre spot for Zimbabwe. Just being asked to remove some kind of taping, so that was an umpire timeout, so game restarted. Oh, good decision there. Oh, she was deemed to be offside. The ball was deemed to be over a third, just didn't quite get the landing foot into the centre third, Denise.
Yes, that's correct. So it was a fine call on that one, but well spotted by the umpire.
So electing to try and play the ball in low to the ground, just sensing the range of the Zimbabwe defence, Kwaramba and Makusha. So the right idea from Barbados, but just not got the accuracy on the shot. Good contest there, and Kubi, she comes out with possession. Great use of the width through the mid-court. And shooters there, a bit of a screen put on by the goal shooter from Zimbabwe, Bonali. Makwadi, sure she'll take this one, and Zimbabwe move into a healthy 23-goal lead against Barbados, and they've scored the 9 goals. Good work, Barbados in defence. Hopefully they can be rewarded with a goal. Oh, good accurate shooting there from the captain, Shaniqua Thomas. So a contact call gives Barbados possession. There's some hard contests on the court. The umpire's doing well, keeping good control.
She certainly is. Players are contesting each other. Sometimes it can get a little bit niggly and a few bodies are flying, but that's a great shot by Shaniqua Thomas.
Yes, she's a strength. Shaniqua Thomas, the goal attack for Barbados. Debuted for her country. Previous Commonwealth Games, very young performer, an athlete, and made a great impact in the open age group. So she's the captain here, but it's a big ask against Zimbabwe, who hold this 13-goal lead early in the game. That's better pressure from Barbados in the mid-court. And you see the characteristic play through the mid-court of Zimbabwe. They like to get the ball into the mid-court and then use a long, lofted lateral ball, which opens up the other side. So they're not afraid to give that long ball. They're accurate in their passing to each other. Great understanding. And there we see again, great long ball. Picked up nicely by Buonali. So Shaniqua Thomas just needs to be careful with that rotation through to the ball. She's just bringing the second defender in when Curtin's got a good hold on the front position there. Not a lot the Barbados centre chase can do when the Zimbabwe team collect the ball but put their body between ball and their opponent. Does at times force that contact call as they contest for the ball.
Some fabulous skills, hurdling the hoardings at the side. Anita from the centre from Zimbabwe, Maladi. She quickly gets back on to collect herself.
Oh, great play, good linkage there from Kwaramba to Mukwadi. And yes, as you say, the Zimbabwe side, they chase down everything. They're so committed to try and get the deflection, the intercept, regain possession. And we see another goal go in for Zimbabwe, 29 goals to 12, as we move into the final minutes of this, the second quarter.
So Curtin, the goal shooter, just deemed to using that arm to push off as the bounce was put around her.
So fast transition, Zimbabwe. Oh, good ball to space there. The goal shooter, Buonali, holding well, keeping Greenwich away from that ball side. So into the final minute, and it is a 19-goal margin that has developed through this second quarter. Barbados got a lot of work to do to get themselves back into this game. It's been clinical from the Zimbabwe side. Good, solid defence. Steps in. Yes, secures another goal. So as the supporters look on, we're approaching the half-time interval. And again, Zimbabwe crowding the mid-court. They may get a chance to get another goal. And there's the whistle, so centre pass not taken for Zimbabwe. It's Zimbabwe 33, Barbados 13 in this, a Pool B game. And we'll be back for the second half in 10 minutes' time. And just to confirm the score on the screen there, Zimbabwe 33, Barbados 13. And we'll leave you with some of the highlights of the second quarter. And we'll be back in commentary in 10 minutes.
Learned this far in this tournament, a bit of netball skills. There'll be shots taken, running, and the like. So over to you, Ona. Okay, we can start now. Oh, shame. Okay, next time. Yes, to proper landing, proper footing. Oh, shame. Awesome, okay. Oh, almost, okay. Oh, almost. Can we get one more, guys? One more. Let's make this one count, ladies. Oh. keep trying, ladies. Let's keep trying. Take it a bit higher. Aww. Aww. Oh, okay, okay. Let's keep going, ladies. Oh, nice try. Okay, I think we're going for the final run now. Push it, honey, push it. Oh, shame. Let's do that. Aw. Last but one. That was almost a goal. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, ladies. Can we give them a round of applause? Come on, give them a round of applause. Thank you, ladies. Once again, halftime score is Zimbabwe 13, Barbados, Zimbabwe 33, Barbados 13. This is the halftime of the Netball World Cup 2017, Day 4, Game 26. We're just about to head to the third quarter of this game. Zimbabwe looking for its second win in this tournament, and Barbados looking for its very first win in this tournament.
So welcome back to the second half of the game between Barbados and Zimbabwe. And Zimbabwe in the lead by 33 goals to 13. And we'll bring the team changes. And first up, the changes for Barbados. Brown goes to goalkeeper. Davis goes to goal shooter. Seal to goal defence. And Moore goes in at centre. So good early pressure by Barbados, and they take that early goal. It is Shaniqua Thomas again with that mid-range shot. So Zimbabwe still managing to put the pressure on, but costly error there. So the crowd cheering every pass from Zimbabwe as they work and carve their way through, but good pressure from Barbados, and that was the hand of Moore, the centre who's entered the court for Barbados in the third quarter. And rewarded with the goal.
Yes, that was Davis. She's just come on. That'll give her great confidence.
So business as usual for Zimbabwe as they secure another goal, and just an umpire calling time there. So Thomas again offloads that ball to Davis. Shooter who's come onto court for quarter three, and so far 100% success. And Barbados pick up, fast on the transition, but just stood waiting there. Davis, so important to get in front of this line of defence from Zimbabwe.
Yes, it certainly is, because They will come out, as you can see, and go and challenge every ball. They're very good at getting in the line of the ball and getting an offhand to the ball, creating great disruption for Barbados.
And another great shot from Shaniqua Thomas. I think she'll be disappointed that she's lost fellow shooter Wharton, who went out with an injury yesterday. So mixing up the combinations, Barbados. And Davis just not able to land that one, but still the throw-in. Sorry, penalty now. Oh, well done, Thomas.
So this quarter, third quarter for Barbados, have come out strong. 5-3 the score is.
Oh, good hands there from the keeper, that's Brown.
Now you can see Shaniqua Thomas really urging her team on. She works very hard for the Barbados side to get the centre pass, and she's a real key playmaker in their attacking half.
So our umpires for today's game on the lines, Tara Warner, Anne Hay, and the reserve, Kate Stevenson. Oh, good pressure from Moore, the centre for Barbados. Oh, good vision from the wing attack, Kwaramba. And just a good, strong position from Bornali, the goal shooter. Oh, good challenge. So contact by Muladi. And just get a sense that Akusha, the goalkeeper from Zimbabwe, he's getting the better of Davis now in this, the third quarter. So Thomas with the mid-range shot again, high release, there she goes. So Zimbabwe on the attack, electing to use the long ball. And good shots again by Bornali. So Barbados in possession, and this is the second game on day 4. It is the inaugural Netball World Youth Cup, 20 countries from 5 regions of the world, and we're reaching the midpoint of 9 days of quality netball where all of these nations compete for the inaugural Netball World Youth Cup here in Gaborone, Botswana. Too much on that for Zimbabwe, so Barbados in possession. It's a 20-goal margin, Zimbabwe 42, Barbados 22. And quick on the defence, so Bonali offloads that ball to Makwadi.
That was a faster passage of play for the Barbados attack, keeping the ball nice and flat and fast.
So Zimbabwe contesting well for the rebound, making it difficult for the shooters to get anywhere near if there is a missed shot, but too much on that one. Can't help but think at times Zimbabwe could look forwards first rather than use that high lofted lateral ball.
Pass too short. Can Barbados take it down? Some good straight line passes. Oh, bit of a tumble.
So a few errors creeping into the game of Zimbabwe. Barbados managing to get the ball through 2/3, but it is this defensive pressure and how they can work the ball past Kwaramba and Makusha, the defensive pair. So Thomas, she'll get another chance, and it's Davis who takes the penalty. Successful. So 23 goals now for Barbados, and Zimbabwe maintain this 20-goal margin.
It's interesting, Anita, when you talk about that wide diagonal pass that the Africans use. I remember a time, New Zealand against Malawi, and it took 72 passes before they looked to goal.
Yes, the Africans can retain possession incredibly well. They're happy to keep the ball. So we've not witnessed such a high number, but we do know that Zimbabwe are not afraid to just retain possession and so patient in the play through the mid-court. They'll let the game unfold for them. So better work to the circle edge there from Barbados. Oh, and there we've seen Thomas take most of her shots in the mid-range, and she's under the post there, and shooters often say that's one of the hardest shots. So chance for Barbados to secure a goal before the interval, and not enough on that. So Zimbabwe in possession, but that's the end of quarter 3, and scoreline of 43 goals to Zimbabwe, 24 to Barbados. And it's been a difficult game for Barbados with the pressure that's been put on them from Zimbabwe. Some great work from the whole squad of Zimbabwe, and there we see Wharton, a player who was injured yesterday. A great strength for Barbados at goal shooter. So Barbados missing Wharton. We'll be back for the final quarter, and in the meantime we'll leave you with the highlights from quarter 3.
Game 27 of the tournament, game 3 of the day, on day 4 today. Thank you very much for making this tournament possible. Once again, this is the Netball World Youth Cup 2017, Day 4, Game 26 between Barbados and Zimbabwe. And the score is 43 Zimbabwe, 24 Barbados. Can we give it up once again for Team Barbados? Let's give it up for Team Zimbabwe!
So players back on court for this, the final quarter. Can Barbados narrow the margin without their strength at the back? The goal shooter Wharton. Must give credit to Shaniqua Thomas. She's been a key player. She's doing her best just to really will a side on as the captain. But the strength of Zimbabwe in the defensive area of the court, simply too much at times for Barbados to break through. So changing up the shooting end, Zimbabwe. Good passage of play through the court there. Quick shooter to shooter ball. So, seen the changes in the shooting end for Zimbabwe, all showing accuracy, and some of the stats from the third quarter. Denise, take us through what we observed.
Yeah, it's very interesting. There's a real surge of energy from Barbados as a team to actually create 19 opportunities for their shooters. Unfortunately, they're only converting half of that, so that makes it very, very difficult. So the scoreline was 10-all in that quarter. So well done, Barbados, keeping it even, but obviously it's combating that accuracy with attempts. So Zimbabwe's new goal shooters come on very strong, scoring 3 out of 3 so far. There goes that lateral pass. Good interception mid-court by Barbados. Can they keep narrowing this gap?
So changes for Zimbabwe in this, the final quarter. Michelle Muzinamo, she takes the wing attack position. And Lynette Tanira, she moves on into goal shooter. Oh, good positioning from the Barbados defensive pair. And that's a good intercept from the goalkeeper, Brown.
That makes it 7 out of 7 for Zimbabwe, goal shooter. Coaches look very pleased with that performance on the bench. And here we go again. There's that lateral reset pass. And the long ball, fortunately, can't pull it in. Gives Barbados the opportunity to make some amends and get some shots in.
So a bit shaky through the mid-court for Barbados. And the centre, Moore, just couldn't quite keep possession. So again, it's possession back with Zimbabwe.
Lovely interception from behind from Barbados goalkeeper. Great feed. And that puts 3 goals for Barbados this quarter on the board.
So good defensive pressure from Barbados, and that was the wing defence there on that second stage defence. Bob just managing to get those strong arms over. So moments where Barbados really can and have disrupted the play of Zimbabwe, but just proving too strong for them today. Zimbabwe with the lead and the scoreline in their favour, 51 goals to Barbados 27. So applause from the Barbados bench. They've stayed positive, Denise, through this. We've seen them really encouraging their team through this match, which is great to see. Good squad spirit, and that's what this kind of competition, well, any competition is about.
Yes, it is. It's not very often that these nations meet together, so they'll learn from it, put it to bed, talk about it, and then get on with the next game. Here we go, Zimbabwe through the mid-court, maintaining that front position, ensuring the defender not get a little bit of a snitch on it.
So good response, Barbados, as they take the lead out. So Barbados getting those shooting opportunities, and Shaniqua Thomas there just off balance and secures that shot, as we see the centre for Zimbabwe call the timeout.
She's done a great job with the court linkage through. She's been dominant in the centre third for Zimbabwe.
Yes, Malaudi, great performance in the middle for her team today. And for this team, Zimbabwe, great to be on their own continent for the first time, competing in a world event. This is the inaugural Netball World Youth Cup, replacing the Under-21 World Championships. It's a flagship event for the International Netball Federation, a real opportunity to see the up-and-coming talent from 20 nations around the world. And we've witnessed some great netball so far in this campaign, as Zimbabwe take the lead out to 25 goals now against Barbados. Oh, good take from Barbados, not giving up the fight, still challenging, contesting. Thomas frustrated that she just couldn't hold on to that ball. That's a good take from the shooter from Zimbabwe, Tanira.
Yes, Anita, she's come on very strongly and to get 10 out of 10 in this quarter.
So 100% accuracy for the goal shooter from Zimbabwe. Any coach would be pleased with that, particularly when you enter the court in the later stages of a game. So showing the depth, Zimbabwe, showing their ability to mix up their combinations, and they'll be pleased with this performance as we approach the final 4 minutes of this game. And for those listening out there on the live stream, you can pick up all of the games live throughout the World Youth Cup from this main competition venue at the University of Botswana. Equally, you can stay in touch with us and follow the news on Twitter using the hashtag NWYC2017, or you can follow on the hashtag Rabatsa. Oh, Thomas doing all she can just to quickly offload that ball, but credit to the defence from Zimbabwe. They've picked off quite a bit of possession on that shooter-to-shooter ball through this game. Barbados managed to seal a goal, so take their scoreline to 33 against the Zimbabwe score of 56. Footwork call indicated by the umpire.
A few errors creeping in. We've got some tired legs out there now. We're at day 4 of this competition.
And each team, each nation at some point will get a rest day. And depending on where that rest day falls, can at times be very important in the ability to recover. And as a coach, would you want the recovery day a little bit later in the competition, or is a day like today a good day?
It varies. It just depends on the games that you've had, how close they might be, or what the gap is there. But perhaps another day down the line would be exact. So they might have played 3 matches, have a rest, play 3, have a rest.
So just to bring you the change for Zimbabwe, the centre position. We see that Malaudi went to the bench and she was replaced by Chinyama. So closing in on the time for this game as Zimbabwe gain another goal, and it's 58 goals to 35. And that's time. Great game for Zimbabwe. Some disappointments for Barbados. Couldn't quite get the consistency at times. Struggled to get the ball over. The fine defence from the girls in green from Zimbabwe. But credit to Barbados. They stayed strong. They kept their composure. And Shaniqua Thomas, the captain, did all she could just to keep working through the court. Fantastic to see both teams together there, just
Thank you, Team Barbados.
going through
Exciting match.
the formalities that players do at the end of the game,
Thank you, table officials.
and the coaches,
The next
the
game
benchers,
is between
just thanking
Scotland
each other
and
as well.
Northern Ireland.
And Zimbabwe, they will keep rising in that Pool B, so they've managed to secure another victory, and they'll be looking to finish as high as possible as we move to the final games in the pool. So next up, it's Scotland against Northern Ireland, and we'll be back for that game at 1 o'clock, leaving you with the highlights on this, the live stream on day 4.
We are left with 3 games for day 4 in this venue. 3 games. The other game is going to be between South Africa versus Singapore. And the host team will take on Jamaica today in the afternoon at 5. It's going to be in the evening, I'm sorry. There is an app, it's called NWYC 2017. Through that app, you can access all the stats for this tournament. The app is for free on Play Store. Please do download the app if you want the statistics for all those games.
e le gone